the debt crisis is going to be the biggest thing.
It's here, yeah.
I mean, we're talking about it's an everything debt crisis, because you have consumers with the highest amount of household debt ever. We have corporations with the highest amount of corporate debt ever, and we have the national debt at the highest levels ever. These are facts. You can Google them. And now we are seeing interest rates rise at the fastest rates ever. So, I mean, just think about that. If you have the most amount of debt ever, while the cost of servicing the debt is growing at the fastest rate ever, that means expenses are going to go up. Well, if expenses go up, that means people have less ability to spend, and not just people, that's people, corporations, and the government. And our economy runs on spending. So if all these entities have less ability to spend when our economy runs on spending, what that tells me is there's going to be a reduction in spending in the future, because all these entities are going to have to spend more to service their debt, less money to spend. And if each one of these entities have less money to spend, well, that causes an economic slowdown. And generally, when you have an economic slowdown, the Federal Reserve Bank can stimulate. They can inflate the economy, they can cut interest rates to inflate the economy, and they can send out stimulus checks. Well, it's not so easy this time, because we're also facing the high inflation. So again, I can be wrong, but based off of that analysis, I mean, it just seems like there's a lot of red flags. And what that means to me is I want to be prepared. Prepared not just so I can survive, but so I can thrive. Because like what we discussed before is recessions create more millionaires than any other time. Well, in order for that to happen, you have to not only be able to eat, but you have to have cash to take advantage of opportunities that come your way. And so what does that mean? That means spending less now, having more cash, having more ability to invest. That way you have that capital. Because, let's just say I'm wrong and you prepare. Well, if I'm wrong and you prepare, you have some extra cash, go to Disney World. But let's just say I'm right and you don't prepare. Well, now, if you run into an economic hardship, you lose your job and you're not prepared. Now, not only are you not going to be able to take advantage of opportunities, but you're going to struggle being able to pay your bills. And so it's weighing the lesser of two evils, where these are the red flags. Okay, what are these red flags going to amount to? I gave my opinion. I think we're going to see pain. I could be wrong, but whether or not I'm wrong, why take that risk? Why not just protect yourself and be aware and put in the precautions in place today that we can survive, but also thrive through a potential economic slowdown.
Yeah, I love that. And we always talk about that on our channel as well. Guys, there's nothing wrong with being prepared. Guess what? If it doesn't come, if that time doesn't come, you're still prepared for if and when it does come. So that exercise is never made in vain. Absolutely. So guys, we are bringing a lot of information. We're bringing who we deem to be experts on the channel. That's why we've got Jaspreet. If you guys are not familiar with this channel, go ahead and check it out. We'll drop the link to Minority Mindset. Jaspreet, thanks for joining us again today. If you've got any parting words, our folks would love to hear it.
Well, thank you for having me on. The last thing is, the most important thing is to be educated. Don't just blindly follow what somebody else is doing. Make smart decisions for yourself and really embrace the idea of the minority mindset. If you see everybody doing one thing, well, then you might want to take a step back and see why they're doing it and see if it's right for you.
I love it. Guys, check his channel out. Thanks for joining us on the video today. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe and ding that bell notification. Until next time, make it a great day and take care.
Thank you for having me on.